Okay, I guess I've always had the same view on sci-fi movies. You know, all those movies made for sci-fi, like Rock Monster and Monster Ark and Anaconda versus Boa, and you know, those cheap ass B-rate movies that 9 times out of 10 aren't good at all. At least in my opinion, I don't like them. I think they're cheap. And even for a B-rate movie, they're just, the acting is so bad. And it's really terrible. This last one that I watched, which I don't know if if you guys haven't watched it yet, I haven't seen anyone say anything about it yet, which makes me kind of wonder if everyone thinks the same thing I do about this. So everyone knows ICP has premiered in another movie called Death Racers, and premiered on Sci-Fi. I watched it last night. Well, day before last. I watched half of it, and I had to turn it off. I had to turn it off. It was just that bad. Yesterday I decided, well, you know, I'm going to give him a chance. It might get better. I'll watch the other half of it. So I watched the other half of it. It didn't get any better. And I know a lot of people are like, well, ICP, then blah, blah, blah. Yay. Good. They can't act. They can sing like you wouldn't believe, but they can't act. Neither can anyone else that was in that movie. And you'd think for them being in a part of the, you know, being in the movie, they might have some, like, ideas or something. Like, I don't know. I know, like, if you get your head chopped off, they had maybe, like, a teaspoon of blood squirt out. It was like, there was, like, a $10 budget for that movie or something. I mean, you'd think that they could at least afford, you know, gallons and gallons of blood and fucking, you know, chicken parts to use for entrails, you know, like any good, you know, blood movie director would. But no, it was, and they did something with the freaking camera work too, where like some forward reverse editing stuff and like clip sequence, it didn't make any sense. The puns were just awful. And they kept playing like the same 3 or 4 ICP songs throughout the whole movie. Kept repeating the same ones over and over again. Like they couldn't, you know, have anything else in there or something. It was just, it was a terrible, terrible movie. I did not like it at all. Now, that's what I understand. You know, Big Money Hustlers was good, and it was kind of like low budget, but it was, you know, well written, and it was kind of funny, and you know, it didn't look like it was low budget. This one was just like totally, like it was like shot in one day, in like a freaking parking lot or something, with like $20 amongst everybody to get equipment and props and shit. In fact, I think they used like the same severed hand like 4 times in the whole movie. The same one. Don't get no extra severed hands for different people. No, just use the same damn one. It was terrible. It really was. And I'm sorry, juggalo or not, I'm gonna call ICP out on their bullshit right now. That movie was terrible. It was the wrong move. It would have been a lot better if they actually put some effort into it, but there was no effort put into it at all. And you all that are gonna sit there and bitch at me because I didn't like the movie, I have my own opinions. And I'm sorry if you're that, like, obsessive and up ICP's ass that bad that you can't see through this mess of horse shit that was this movie. And I feel sorry for you. I mean, just because your idol is in a movie doesn't make it good. I'm sorry. Like I said, Big Money Hustlers was good. Death Racers sucked balls. It really, really sucked balls. Like I said, I couldn't watch it all. I watched half of it and I had to turn it off. I watched the other half of it yesterday, and it's just... anyone with a brain can tell it don't make sense. Even, like, the body count didn't make any fucking sense. It was just so fucking bad. I watched another made-for sci-fi movie yesterday, too. Monster Arc. That movie sucked ass. But it was better than Death Racers. I actually feel like I wasted like an hour and a half of my fucking life watching that movie. It was bad. And if you guys don't believe me, you can go watch it. It was bad. It was really fucking bad.